A shadow hangs over Canterbury. The air is heavy, all filled with fear, uncertainty, and something far worse, a sense of inevitable doom. The women of Canterbury, the chorus, speak not with hope but with dread. For 7 long years their Archbishop Thomas Becket has been in exile, and now he is returning. But this is no cause for celebration. They feel it deep within, that his return will not bring peace but suffering. Inside the cathedral, 3 priests whisper anxiously, "Has Becket made peace with the king?" Becket has returned to England, and he will be here any moment. The priests prepare to receive him, but the chorus, they plead, "Run, flee to France, save yourself." They understand something the others do not, that this path leads only to destruction. And then he appears, not afraid, not uncertain. Becket enters with a quiet authority. He does not rebuke the chorus. Instead, he asks the priests to be kind to them, because they know even if they cannot explain it. A visitor arrives, the first tempter. He offers comfort, pleasure, or safety, a return to the past, friendship with the king, a life of ease. But Becket refuses, calmly, firmly. This temptation, he says, comes 20 years too late. Then comes the second tempter. His offer is more subtle. Cower, submit to the king, and gain political authority. With power, you can do good, he argues. But Becket sees through the illusion. Power without spiritual truth is not salvation. It is corruption, slow, creeping, inevitable. The third tempter raises the stakes. Rebellion, join forces against the king. Destroy him, strengthen the church. But Becket is disgusted. Violence in the name of glory is no righteousness at all. And then the final tempter appears, the dangerous one. Unexpected, unsettling. This one does not offer wealth or power. He offers something far more dangerous. Martyrdom, glory, sainthood, immortality in history. And suddenly Becket falters, because this temptation comes not from the outside, but from within. He realizes even his desire to do right has been tainted by pride. Now the struggle is over. Becket has chosen. In a quiet sermon, he speaks to his people of suffering and salvation, of martyrdom not as ambition, but as submission to God's will. A true martyr does not seek glory. He accepts death only because it is required. But the shadow returns. The chorus trembles once more. For knights arrive. They claim to speak for the king. But their words carry threat, not diplomacy. They accuse Becket of betrayal, of defiance. They demand he undo his actions, submit and surrender. But Becket refuses. And with that refusal, his fate is sealed. The priests try to save him. They pull him, beg him to escape. But Becket does not move. He stands still, resolved. He opens the door and welcomes death. The night strike still meets flesh, and the cathedral is stained with blood. The chorus cries out. The world itself feels broken, as if something sacred has been destroyed forever. But then, something strange happens. The knights turn us to the audience, and they justify themselves. They claim they had no choice. They acted for the king, not for order for the state. They insist this was not murder. It was necessary, perhaps even justified. And in the end, the priests mourn, but they know Canterbury has gained a saint. The chorus prays, not with confidence but with guilt. They confess their fear, their weakness, their attachment to the world, and they ask for forgiveness, for mercy, for grace, because in the end, the murder in the cathedral is not just the story of a man's death. It is the story of a soul's struggle between pride and true surrender, between power and faith, between fear and the courage to accept fate